He had a probing mind of developing things. And he didn't care anything about money. The auditor was on him all the time to cash his checks.
One way to look at Carver's works is just to think about him being the integrator of research and extension and coming up with the multiple uses of peanuts, of ways of dealing with the boll weevil, crop rotations, which some people may say that's not science because it's not basic, but it is real in terms of applying sciences that are going to serve society. There's a real role for applied research. It does not have to justify itself.
That's always been a puzzle to me, is that people have claimed that Carver wasn't a good scientist or wasn't a scientist because they never could find any of his works to prove it. Well, we have those works. They dispel any of that. They're replete with any numbers of calculations, observations. He uses the scientific method over and over again. That alone should settle the issue.
I think in everything he did, he said he was searching for the truth. That's what science is about. So I think he was true to himself, and he never wavered from what he really believed.
Carver came to prominence around 1920 for his work with peanuts, which eventually led to his creation of over 300 products from the plant.
He said that one time a woman came and said, "Well, Mr. Carver, I planted all these peanuts, and now what am I going to do with them?" And he said, I had a sort of stupid look on my face, and I said, "Well, I'll think about it." And he went back to his laboratory. And that's the famous story of when he sat out in the woods and said, Mr. Creator asked him what he should do. And the Creator said, "Well, what do you want?" And he said, "I want to know all about nature," or something very broad. And the Creator said, "That's far too big a question for you, little man. You must narrow it down, increase the intent and decrease the extent." And Carver said, "Well, how about knowing about the peanut?" And he said that the Creator said, "Well, that's a little bit more your size, but it's still infinite." And so Carver set to work and created hundreds of products out of the peanut. And this was a demonstration. This is to say, look what you can do.